Hi everyone, welcome to Buddha School. I'm Jess, and today I'm going to do a translation from February 8th, 2020, Magha Buddhist holiday, a translation of my teacher, Luangpor Pramote, giving a Dhamma talk on this Buddhist holiday. So I'm sure everyone will enjoy this, but I think especially those that love Buddhism will enjoy this one, and you can meditate along. So here we go.
วันนี้มาฆบูชานะ
Today is Magha Buddhist holiday.
พวกเราผมรู้สึกไม่เห็นต้องบอกเลยรู้อยู่แล้วถึงได้มากัน
But I think most of us know that because it's a pretty full house, so that's for a reason.
ก็สู้ปฏิบัติบูชาไม่ได้
But actually, coming in devotion for this holiday cannot compete with the devotion to Dhamma practice.
ถ้าเราทำบ้างไม่ทำบ้าง
If we practice the Dhamma sometimes and not other times,
ของสุขก็ไม่มี
then we're not going to arrive at enlightenment. There's nothing free in this world.
มีแต่ต้อง
No coincidences, no flukes. We have to do the work in order to achieve the results.
ปฏิบัติวันนี้หลวงพ่อจะลองพาพวกเรา
So today, I'm going to take everybody through a little Dhamma practice.
ไม่ใช่นั่งตัวตรงๆตัวแข็ง
So everybody have a seat, but don't sit stiffly or too straight or too formally. When I mention we're going to do Dhamma practice, a lot of you shifting your position. Don't have to do that.
ๆเขาวิ่งแข่ง
Have you ever seen people starting a race, runners starting a race, getting all ready and set at the line, starting line? A lot of our, well, let's doing that now. Let's not do that.
สบายนะ
Just sit,
ใจของเราโดยธรรมชา
relax.
ติมันสบายอยู่แล้ว
Actually, the normal and natural mind of a human being is one that is relaxed already. It's just that defilements come in to taint that, to manipulate that.
ฟุ้งซ่านเข้ามาใจก็ไม่สบาย
Right? The heart is not comfortable when a busy mind comes in or angry comes in.
ไม่สบาย
Right? The heart is not happy when there is depression or
ไม่ถูกกิเลสแทรก
these defilements come in to interfere.
ธรรมดาเนี่ย
And then we
ที่สุดเลย
lose the normal, natural nature of the mind.
เราลองดูนะหลับตา
So let's all close our
หลับ
eyes,
ตาแต่อย่าเกร็งจิตนะหลับตา
but let's not strain the mind or force anything.
ทำความรู้สึกว่าตอนเนี้ย
And
พวกเรากำลังนั่งอยู่ต่อหน้า
let's just feel as if we are sitting right in front of the Buddha.
หน้าพระพุทธเจ้าทำความรู้สึก
Sitting there in front of the Buddha. Let's get that feeling that we're practicing right in front of the Buddha.
ทำอย่างนี้แหละ
Just like that, right?
ก็หายใจเข้าพูดหายใจออกโต
Breathe in Bud, breathe out Do,
ถือว่าเรากำลังเข้าเฝ้าพระพุทธเจ้า
as if we're sitting right with the Buddha and we're going to offer our meditation to the Buddha. When we practice sitting in front of the Buddha, we don't have to be looking at his face. We don't have to make an image of the Buddha in front of us. That can get a busy mind, like, how should I picture him? So when we think that we're in front of the Buddha and we practice like that, our mind will not be weak. It's as if we're right in front of someone that we deeply respect and have reverence for, and we'll have more effort. We'll be stronger in our practice. So once we finish our meditation, we should breathe a little bit harder and deeper and come out of the meditation in the right way. We shouldn't be mistaken when we come out of the meditation and just jump right out. We'll get a headache. Just come back, feel our body, feel our breath. And then let's see if we can have that loving kindness feeling in our heart. Sitting in front of the Buddha, we can say in our mind, may all beings be happy. May all beings share in the merits of this good doing. And let's practice that, doing that, and practice in this way until it becomes a habit, becomes natural for us. After we have shared merits and shared loving kindness, we can open our eyes. Do we remember this method? Can we notice that we have more energy now? When we have some focus on the Buddha, but not on his face or image or trying to make a Buddha statue in our head, but just feeling that we're there with him practicing. I used to use this method in the past. No matter where I was and what I was going to do, I would have the feeling that I was with Luangpor Dun, my teacher. And I wouldn't be brave enough to do anything wrong or do anything that he wouldn't approve of. I feel like he was watching me. I would feel like I would act in such a way that I knew my teacher was watching me. We here have all heard the Buddha's Dhamma. We're lucky in the sense that, or we have merit in the sense that we have got this opportunity. Many people have not had the chance to learn Dhamma. And our samadhi has a chance to arise, especially if we practice continuously. Most people, most lay people, have a weak point where they don't have samadhi because they don't practice continuously often enough. Most lay people don't have samadhi, and they also don't practice enough. So we have to practice regularly so that the mind isn't too busy and wanting to do things that are wrong or immoral or contradict our practice. We can just have a feeling that the Buddha is with us, and it'll give us energy, happiness, when we're feeling that we're with someone that we have this reverence for, a being that we have the reverence for. Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha are not a picture or an image or really a person or a statue. It's a state of mind. It's the mind of Nirvana, the mind experiencing Nirvana. Nirvana isn't nothing. It isn't annihilation or completely empty. It's something that if we keep practicing, we get closer and closer to this Nirvana. We practice and think of our teacher, we practice and think of the Buddha, think of Nirvana, Dhamma. Right? We think of Nirvana, that's thinking of Dhamma. We can think of the Buddha, the Dhamma, or our teacher, the Sangha. It doesn't matter which one or from which approach that we think of it. Nirvana is not nothing. It's like a flame or a fire. When this flame or the fire is extinguished, it's not that the fire hasn't gone anywhere, but it's dispersed. There is an extinguishing of body and mind, an extinguishing of suffering with Nirvana, but there's still something, not nothing. There is, we could say, the Dhamma element that's still there, or the mind, a mind element that's there. But right now, actually, all of us have that mind element, but it's completely covered in the deeper fetters or defilements. It's imprisoned. If we practice Dhamma, then one day all the fetters are eradicated and this mind element unifies with Nirvana. When that has happened, that any time that one that has achieved that thinks of the Buddha or thinks of Dhamma, then Nirvana is right there. But it's not a picture or an image or light. All that stuff are nimitta, just signs, visions. This is a purity, a clean, pure freedom. A very good word is sutti, which is purity, peace, shanti, and happiness. If we aren't interested in Dhamma practice, then this will be deflecting this. But if we keep practicing and our morality, samadhi, and wisdom keep developing, Nirvana gets closer and closer for us. But Nirvana is not a realm of existence or a world. Some people misunderstand. There was a time when I was practicing when my mind would move into this place where it wasn't attaching to anything. There was no person, no body there, no defilements. It wasn't the object or the knower of the objects. It would be somewhere in the middle. There wasn't person, animal, or any sort of form. Luangpor Bunjan pointed out to me that this wasn't nirvana. He said to me, what kind of nirvana has an entrance and an exit? Because I would move in and out of this state. It was just a type of samatha practice. It was just a meditative state. It wasn't nirvana. But keeping morality, practicing mental training, and having wisdom that sees the body and mind as they are, as impermanent, unsatisfactory, not a self, not under anyone's control. The first time that we're able to see that and accept that correctly, the asavaka, or the fetters, disperse, and nirvana is experienced very briefly. There was someone that came here who was doing a doctoral thesis about the noble path, and wanted to research that the noble path for those who are city folk or modern people. And so he came to the right place, because that's exactly what I teach. I teach how to achieve the noble path. And most of the people here are modern city people. For modern people like us with busy minds, the method of entering deep meditation won't really work, because we can't do the deep meditation. So we practice in the way that I recommend, of momentary samadhi and practicing mindfulness. If we practice in this way and keep at it, we can achieve the noble path. Most of us are practicing well. We're more peaceful right now, have more energy. Let's come out of that meditative state. I used to practice to make sure that my mind could to have samadhi within 3 seconds. Could train to have my mind free itself from phenomena and be the knower or observer in just 3 seconds. And the reason for that is because I figured, or I heard, that there are at least 3 seconds when you know you're going to die before you actually do die, and so you can have 3 seconds to not be caught in any painful realm if you're stuck in a phenomenon or a defilement. So I made sure that I could get out of it just in case. So there is a great tactic to be able to, if the mind is really busy or worried, to just know that the mind is worried or know that the mind is busy, and the mind immediately drops out of those defilements and becomes the observer or has correct samadhi. So you notice most of us, when we're trying to think of what I mean, we're thinking, our mind is spinning around. So that's a busy mind. See, when we have a busy mind, there is no samatha, there's no vipassana. If it's too busy, we can practice some meditation to make the mind more peaceful. I was very good at practicing that even as a lay person, and we need to learn to become an expert at entering a concentrated state, or entering a state of samadhi, sustaining it, and then exiting it. There are these three different aspects to become experts in. So let's be in front of the Buddha practicing. Let's feel as if that's the case. We're all doing fine. But sometimes if I say, if you think about the Buddha, and then you start thinking, picturing him, thinking of his face, but instead, just get the sense that I'm sitting in front of the Buddha now. And a lot of us are able to achieve a nice meditative state that helps us be peaceful and have more energy for our vipassana practice. So that's a good exercise. It works for us. Now it's time for the candle ceremony, where we will walk around the temple 3 times, and the monks are going to do some chanting for us. So that concludes the talk. I'll forward a little bit so you can get a little taste of the chanting. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. If you enjoy these translations, then let me know in the comments, and it'll give me some motivation to keep it up. Anutarang bunya khetan lokasati